Hello everyone and welcome to a new video on the channel. It's been a while since I've done a video, but I thought I'd take the time now to try and get back into a routine. I'm going to try and do one once a week. Definitely will be one next week, maybe on Sunday, because it is my birthday a week today on Sunday. And I know I'm definitely getting something that could potentially be an unboxing. There are a few unboxings I've already seen on YouTube. It's quite an old thing, but I thought I'd do one as well, and I may get some other stuff as well that I can show off as a little birthday haul of sorts. But I realised there's lots that I haven't shown that I've picked up over the last few months, because I've not really done a pickup video. I've not really done many videos in the last few months. So I thought I'd just show the stuff that I've got and try and keep up on it now. Try and keep regular videos uploaded. So yeah, I'm just going to get straight into it, and I'm going to start off with one TV season, the only TV season I got this month, which was an import from America. A few people on various of the different Facebook groups mentioned this deal a while back now. It is out here on Blu-ray, but I think this was a lot cheaper to get it imported. I think it was Amazon Spain or something like that. But that is Resident Alien Season 1. I started this when it was on TV a few years ago, really liked it, but just never really continued with it. So yeah, I'll give that another watch again soon. Then I will go into some older films that I just bought to build up the collection. So start off with Shakespeare in Love, which I watched for the first time the other night. I bought this because I'd heard it's a great film, won a lot of Oscars, and just sounded interesting. And yeah, I really enjoyed it. Highly enjoyable film. Then we have Baywatch, which a lot of people give shit, but it's okay. I'll say it's okay. There's some laughs in it. I paid about £2 for it. I'm happy to have it in the collection because yeah, I would watch it again. It was decent for me. Then we've got Ghost in the Shell, which I've not seen since the cinema. Quite a long time ago now, but I remember really enjoying. So this is another one that I shall have to give another watch again soon. Then we have another older film, Meet Joe Black, with Brad Pitt and Anthony Hopkins, which I bought because it sounded interesting, looked like my type of film, and I did thoroughly enjoy it. Bit too long because it's 3 hours. Didn't need to be that long. Could have been cut down a bit. But love the story, love the way that it was executed, and the performances from both Brad Pitt and Anthony Hopkins were very good. So I can recommend that one. And then some horror films. I'll try and get them all together, because I did go heavy on horror films at one point in the month. So we have, I'll show these together. I'm pretty sure I have made another video. Don't know whether it's been uploaded or not. I'm pretty sure I've made a video and shown these already, so I'll go through them quickly. But I honestly can't remember if it ever got uploaded, so I'm just going to go with it again. So we've got Annabelle, Annabelle Creation, and Annabelle Comes Home. Seen all of these now. First one's good. Second one's the best. Really like the second one. And the third one's fun. Had a lot. The weakest I would probably say is the first one personally. Then we have The Nun, which is the weakest in the whole of the Conjuring universe. Didn't really appreciate that. And the next weakest one, Curse of La Llorona, which was just okay, but again, not great. And then we have One Missed Call, which isn't linked to the Conjuring films, but was another horror film that I was interested in giving a watch. And we have The Conjuring 1 and 2. Amazing film, probably my favourite horror film. Very, very solid sequel as well. Third one, I'll get to in a bit. And three more older films. We have Fiddler on the Roof, which I bought because I'd never seen and I'd heard lots of good things. I bought this just after Topol passed away a few months ago because I'd never really heard of him before. Didn't really know what the film was about, but yeah, it's a really solid musical. Then we have Red Riding Hood with Amanda Seyfried. I think Gary Oldman's in it, yeah. Director of Twilight. It's probably going to be crap, probably going to get rid of it, but I wanted to give it a go because it was really cheap. And Legend of the Guardians, The Owls of Ga'Hoole, which I remember watching a long, long time ago when I was very young. So I thought I'd give it another watch again, see if it's as good as I can remember. And some recent orders. Warner Archives just come over here in England. They've just started releasing Warner Archive titles. I imported a few beforehand, but I'm going to kind of slow down now because it looks like they're slowly going to release some of the older ones. So I got 4 this month. 4, yeah. There's 2 next month. I think I'm going to get to the end of this month, which I'll probably get. So yeah, so we got, and I've seen all but one of these. So Quick Change, really good Bill Murray film, really funny, laughed quite a lot on this, and it's very short, which is good. Pump Up the Volume with Christian Slater, really enjoyed this. Didn't expect to like this as much as I did. Um, I assume if you were a child when this came out, a teenager should I say, you probably know this film, you've probably seen this film because it feels like that sort of film that was quite big back in the day, and I have heard quite a few people mention it. So yeah, that is Pump Up the Volume. Night Shift, which is probably the standout of those three. Really found this funny. Just thought it was a really good story. And Michael Keaton's first film as well. And Straight Time with Dustin Hoffman, which I've yet to watch, but hopefully should watch in the next week. But yeah, I love Dustin Hoffman, so I thought that was definitely one that I had to get as well. And then one that came out Warner Archive in America, but this was probably one of the last HMV premium collections we got, because now with them actually releasing Warner Archive, and they're also releasing all the Paramount ones that they released in the premium collection, I think it's basically dead now, the HMV premium collection. But this was one of the very last ones, if not the last one I can remember that they released, and that is Death Trap with Michael Caine and Christopher Reeve. Looked like my type of film, looks very funny. A pairing that I wouldn't have thought of as well with Michael Caine and Christopher Reeve, so I'll give that one a watch and see what it's like. And then 2 more that I've not seen. Another older film, The Life of David Gale with Kevin Spacey, Kate Winslet and Laura Linney. Final film directed by Alan Parker, who I think he did The History Boys, if I remember rightly. It sounded interesting. As an actor, I really like Kevin Spacey. As a person, I don't know. I just enjoy his performances, and I've heard this is a very good film, so that is why I bought it, to see what it was like. And then I also got The Saint with Val Kilmer, because it came out a few years ago for the first time on Blu-ray. Right around the same time they released The General's Daughter, The Last Castle, The Tuxedo, a lot of them on Blu-ray for the first time here anyway. And this is one that I missed, and I want to give it a go because it sounds like my type of film. We'll do the imports next, then we'll go new releases. No, we'll do imports, 4K older titles, and then new releases. So I have The World According to Garp, which I watched last night. Second Robin Williams film he did. Very good film, very weird, very different, but I enjoyed it. I definitely appreciated it. Then we have The Weatherman with Nicolas Cage and Michael Caine. Yeah, it was a good film. A bit of a black comedy. I enjoyed it. I really enjoy Nicolas Cage. So yeah, that was worth a watch. That was another one that someone pointed out a deal for on one of the Facebook groups. Then got this one which came from America, which is where I get a lot of my imports from, but it came very battered, so I'll probably just replace the case, because everything else, the artwork's alright and the disc's alright, so I'll probably just replace the case if I find a spare. I think I've got a spare one underneath that'll fit. But that is Unforgettable, which I remember watching a few years ago now, which was a thriller with Katherine Heigl and Rosario Dawson. So yeah, that was cheap, so I thought I'd add that to the collection. Then I also got Everything, which I remember watching and enjoying. So yeah, added that one. Father Figures, another one which I quite enjoyed. Owen Wilson, Ed Helms, Glenn Close, got loads of people in it. Christopher Walken, J.K. Simmons. Yeah, remember enjoying that, so ordered that one. And then we have For Love of the Game, which is a Kevin Costner film. It's also got Kelly Preston in, about a baseball player, and like his romance he's got, and he's getting towards the end of his career, and he's just kind of had enough. But yeah, it was a really good film. I enjoyed that. Now these ones, I've not seen any of these. So we have One True Thing with Meryl Streep, William Hurt, Renee Zellweger, Tom Everett Scott as well as in it. Yeah, look, I love anything with Meryl Streep in. She's my favourite actress. So yeah, had to have that one to see what that one's like. And then all of these are Mill Creek films. 2 of them I've seen, 3 of them technically I've seen. So we've got Shadowlands with Anthony Hopkins and Deborah Winger, which is based on the life of C.S. Lewis, who wrote the Narnia books. But this is later in his life, and he meets a woman. She's like complete opposite ends to him. She's argumentative. They don't get along to start with, but they fall in love. And that's all I'll say. I won't spoil the film, even though it is a true story. But yeah, I enjoyed that one. Then we have Made in Manhattan with Jennifer Lopez and Ralph Fiennes. Always loved this film. Just a cheesy romantic comedy from the early 2000s, and I just really enjoy it. And then these ones I've not seen. This was another one that I think someone pointed out an offer for, and I bought it, although I expect the sequels are probably garbage. I don't know about the first one. I've not heard much about it. But this is the Skulls trilogy with the first one anyway has Joshua Jackson and Paul Walker in. So yeah, give that one a go. It's very, very cheap. So then we have Saving Silverman with Jason Biggs, Jack Black, Steve Zahn, Amanda Peet. Is there anyone else in it? Neil Diamond's apparently in it. So yeah, that's something. Yeah, don't know much about that, but looks like a decent noughties comedy. Then we have The Cure, another 90s film. Don't know much about, but caught my eye, so I bought it. Punchline with Tom Hanks and Sally Field, 2 terrific actors. Obviously, they both starred in my favourite film of all time, being Forrest Gump. So I thought, didn't even know anything about this, but I saw that Mill Creek released it, and it was cheap on eBay, so I picked it up. And double pack of Reservation Road and Return to Paradise. Now, I have seen Return to Paradise because if I can find it without taking too long, yeah, I did have the German import, which is probably what I'll replace Unforgettable with. And I watched it about a week, 2 weeks ago. Really enjoyed it. And then I saw this double pack, which was like £5, which was ridiculously cheap for this type of thing, on eBay. So I bought that because I hadn't seen Reservation Road, and it interested me. It sounds good, and I really enjoyed that. So I thought, why not have it 2 in 1? So yeah, there's that as well, and that is it for the imports. And now I shall move on to the older 4K titles that I bought. So I bought the Lego Movie 2. I had this on Blu-ray, got rid of it, and bought it again on 4K because it's a cheap 4K. And then obviously the Lego Movie as well, which is really, I should have had. This is a great animated film, and I already had the Lego Batman movie on 4K, so this should have been the first one that I got. And obviously the Lego Ninjago movie as well. And then sticking on animation, Storks, which I've only seen once, but I remember liking. So yeah, I'll watch that again. That was another cheap one. Any more animated ones? No. So I'm going to put the horror films together. Then I got Pacific Rim, which I hadn't seen probably since it came out originally, so couldn't remember anything about it. Watched it again, really liked it, really good monster film, kaiju film, shall you call it. Yeah, enjoyed that one. Pan, which I've only seen once, can't remember anything about, so thought I'd pick that up because again it's a really cheap 4K. Then 2 horror films. I think it's just 3 horror films, 4 horror films. I'll leave those till last because there's only 2 of those. There's Baby Driver, which I couldn't believe I didn't have already, because I loved this film. Probably one of my favourite films of the year it came out. Just a great Edgar Wright film. And Argo, again, couldn't believe I didn't have this, at least not even on Blu-ray, because great film, won a lot of awards, and I just really enjoy it. Then horror films, obviously, as I'm kind of alluded to before, The Conjuring, The Devil Made Me Do It. Stepped down from the first two Conjuring films, but still has a lot of fun with it. Then we have Scream, this being the fifth Scream film. I've now seen them all. This is probably my second favourite. I would go, if I was ranking them quickly, I'd go Scream 2, Scream this one, first Scream, Scream 6, Scream 3, and then Scream 4. Really didn't like Scream 4. And then two new ones that I haven't seen yet. Malignant, which I've heard very good things about, so we'll definitely be watching that soon. And Candyman, the remake. I've not seen the original, but I've heard this is good, so I think I'm going to watch this afternoon. So I may talk about this next week if I remember to. And then going to get on to all the new releases, which I've just spoiled. What should I do first? This one's sort of older. Both of these are sort of older. These were like January releases, January/end of last year. DC League of Super Pets, a lot better than I thought it would be. Enjoyed that one. Banshees of Inisherin, really, really good film. Picked this up for £9, I think. French Dispatch, I pre-ordered because I love Wes Anderson, and I hadn't seen it yet. I didn't watch it on Disney Plus for some reason. I watched it as soon as it came. Loved it. I Want to Dance with Somebody, which is the biopic of Whitney Houston. Again, this was a fantastic performance, I thought, and a very interesting film. Then some more 4Ks. The Maltese Falcon, Humphrey Bogart, recent released. Still not seen it. Double Jeopardy, not. I have seen this. What am I talking about? Not seen it. Very good, underrated 90s thriller. Cool Hand Luke, very good prison. Yeah, I suppose it is a prison break movie of sorts with Paul Newman, who is very good in the film. It's a classic, I would say. And then two disaster films, Deep Impact and The Core. I probably controversial like The Core more, just because Deep Impact is very similar to Armageddon, and I love Armageddon. But they're both great disaster films. And then technically an import, but it is still a new release, The Whale. Don't know why we won't get a Blu-ray release of this over here. It's stupid. I pre-ordered it import from America, I think, or might have got it release week, because it's just an outstanding performance and a very good film. Then Babylon, one of my favourite films this year. Really loved it. Just really love anything Damien Chazelle does, really. And then two very new releases. Megan, again, a lot better than I thought it would be. Had a lot of fun with it. And the final thing to show you, Plane. Didn't get the 4K because I thought it was just an okay action film, and didn't really warrant a 4K pickup. So yeah, that is that. So that is everything I've sort of got over the last 2-3 months. Let me know your thoughts down below. Are there any of these that I haven't seen that you've seen that you can recommend for me to put up my watch list? Any that you have got in your collection? Any more you can recommend? Always go off of recommendations and buy any recommendations people give me. Yeah, what sort of videos would you like me to do from now on? I'm open to suggestions. I'm going to try and do go through my whole collection again for the year, because I kind of started doing that but didn't pick up on it. So I'll probably try and do that again. Yeah, that's it. If anyone has any suggestions, as I say, let me know down in the comment section below, and I shall certainly take them all on board. But that is it for this video. If you liked it, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you want to see more videos like this, and turn your notification bell on so you know when I have a new video uploaded onto the channel. Comment down below your thoughts, suggestions, as I say, I like hearing from everyone that watches my videos. I always send a comment back because I really do appreciate it. And that is it. So until the next video, goodbye.